you've got, depending on how you can look at it, you can utilize it to your best of your ability. You are a walking label right now, but you know you can actually use that to actually get a lot of people to know, like, even if it's a business card or whatever, wherever you are at, you are an entity. Let's see your T-shirts, let's see your CDs and whatnot. You're holding lots of stuff there. It doesn't mean that if you can't get into the shops, you can't get a lot of people to notice you and see what you are doing. Because if people notice you, you've got a higher chance of, you know, getting something out of it than when people don't even know that you exist. So it's basically, now that the world is more technological, you have to find ways, obviously, of trying to get into that market. But if you're in Zim and you can see that maybe internet and whatnot is not working, you just come out to all the spots where people are doing stuff and put your stuff out. Eventually, you know, there's a lot of people traveling and doing sorts of things. You will have a fan base before you know it. If you can just try and be seen. I think that just sums up.
Yeah, no, totally agree.
Yeah, I think the state of hip-hop right now calls for responsibility. Because first, hip-hop is hip-hop, and hip-hop is music. And if it's music, then it's art, and we perceive things differently. The monkey nuts and ill immigrants are not going to talk about the same thing. So whatever it is, in your head, you just have to be responsible about what are you going to say, and what are you going to do, and you know, you have to make sure you're doing the right thing. And we have to see it as that, not as in containing it into a box, you know, where we're being activist about certain things, whatever. You can just talk about whatever you want to talk about, and whether you're being whatever you're talking about, you just have to make sure that you're being responsible.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, absolutely. It's funny that one of the, I probably should have showed the last individual. His name is Illspoken. He actually runs a open mic night in Manhattan, and he literally said just that. He basically was like, you know, what we talk about is important, and we have to make sure what we're saying, you know, that we're basically going to own up to. So, and because of that, he feels you can do whatever you wish. Like, if you want to do the Drake thing, stay in your lane, and that's cool. Like, music is music. But at the same time, he also said, but don't say some wildness that you can't either co-sign or just, like you said, be irresponsible. If you're talking about, like, you know, God forbid, like raping someone or you know, something like that, like that's just no bueno. That's not a balance. Like, you know, so you have to be responsible to a certain degree.
Yeah, as a person, as a